Hi, it's Khandie. I am dressed like a Powerpuff Girl, I feel like. I'm not. I don't know why it's like this, but anyway. The whole of the UK right now is in what they call the official state of mourning. I don't know why I did that. And while you're going to be inundated with people with photos about all the stuff's going on, I decided I'm going to do something different. I'm going to keep carrying up to my schedule. I'm still like aware of the situation, but I feel like, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't have to justify carrying on working. Okay, so I was inspired by Lindsay Adler's whole use of monochromatic graphic dynamic colour. So I've decided I'm going to go with my favourite, which is the red and black theme, but go for a more red kind of style. So I'm in the studio right now. I'm going to put the red background up and we're going to see how this works out. So yeah, first let's get the paper backdrop up because, to be honest, it's the biggest ball ache I've ever got when I'm a photographer. I hate changing backdrops. The red background is on. This is by Creativity Backgrounds. I might have that name wrong, but I'll find it and put it in the link. Ignore the reefer. This is what I'm building for my Christmas minis. Big light from Godox here. Coming down. I'm probably going to change this lighting setup. Ignore the snood. I have yet to decide if I'm going to use it or not. Snood even. A V flat that I had to paint white. So obviously this is the new one in. I need to paint that white. I use that to bounce some light in, and the red. The red is, this seems really orangey here, but let me tell you, it's like a more like a Merlot tone. So I will try and find the actual one. You can see some light creeping down here. This is because I have a window behind here. I'm going to put the blind down. Actually, I forgot to do that when I was putting the paper down. But yeah, let's go. This is later me going through the lenses to show you what I use. So I did mention in the video, if you haven't watched that part already, because I've edited it, whatever, I'm using my Nikon D750. It's an older full frame. The reason I'm using this is because I made the conscious decision that, one, I didn't charge my mirrorless batteries, but two, so many people kind of get put out by the fact there's all the brand new equipment and they haven't upgraded to it yet, and they just want to know if they can do it on theirs. Now, while I don't have my crop sensor anymore, I thought this was okay to use, and actually I really love this. This is a great workhorse and was one of the best cameras I've ever bought. On it is the Velvet 56, which you can see here. I can give you links to my playlist all about what these cameras do and what they're like, so I'll just put a link there for you. So I've got the Velvet 56, I have got the Lensbaby whoops, the Lensbaby Composer Pro, and inside the Composer Pro I've got the soft focus. So you can see soft focus too. This is a new lens that I acquired, thank you Lensbaby, and then I tried to do with the Obscura lens. I have only really done a little bit with the Obscura lens, which is this kind of pinhole shifted plane look. I will put them in. I'm not sure if I kind of got it right, but I like them. There was the 85 and the 24 to 70mm. So yeah, that's where we went. Okay, yeah. By the way, if you want a discount code on one of these, so currently I have a discount code on Lensbaby themselves, which I will put here via their website. But if you are UK based perhaps and you prefer to buy them without having the import thing, you can go to Wex and use this discount code that I've got that is currently standing. So if you want to, go there. I have to say this is only at the time I did the video, so I don't know if they'll still be working when you watch this maybe a million years later, where, yeah, okay, so let's look at the images, and I will try and label each of the lenses with the image that I shot, each of the images with the lenses that I shot them with. Just some sneaky backstage for pictures so you can see the outfit, what I went with originally, and then just some little stuff for the gram before switching over to covering my hair, because I think I preferred this look slightly more than the other one, but here's some posing at high speed for you. Okay, so I think I've done the shoot, but I had a few technical hiccups. One, when you're using the Nikon app, right, the one that they recommend, and I'm using my backup camera, so I don't know if this works for everyone. So my backup camera is a D750 because mirrorless needs to charge the battery. Okay, if you have the live view dial switched to movie, it will not fire your flash. You have to make sure that's turned around. I didn't know this for ages, took ages to figure that out. Thank you, Google, for giving me that. Second thing, I don't have a remote shutter for this camera anymore because this isn't my main go-to anymore, so I don't use it, and I think I've misplaced it. So I ended up using the app, which meant that I had to hide this monster of a phone, right? So in the end, I got rid of that and just used the self-timer. Who knew? Because I never looked at the self-timer on this. You can have it, it'll automatically focus if you got it set up from, I think it did anyway. It must have done because they're all in focus. And you can set it up to 9 shots. Do all the settings and run there. It's really good. I really enjoyed using that feature a lot more than I did the remote app and the little remote trigger that I've used in the past. Third issue, how hot it is. So warm, but yeah, I think I did okay, but let's go through the lighting just so you know. So we use this like massive octabox. You can use any octabox, I think, or even not so any softbox, should I say. I had to whack the power up really high because one of the lenses I used was the Obscura from Lensbaby, which is like a pinhole effect. So this was on full power currently, but I turned it down to like 1/4 power for most of the shots. Massive V flat. So this should be white. but I kind of like it kind of bounces a little bit, but not massively amount, but it is going to be white soon. So yeah, that. This is the Creativity black background. So black background, red background. It's red. So yeah, there we go. Let's go look at the images and see how we get on. First up, the Obscura. You can tell that instantly by looking at these. I kind of like the dream aspect of these. Please, if you're ever going to use this lens, ensure you have a clean sensor, because I did not, and I spent ages getting rid of the little flecks in Photoshop. This is with the soft focus. You can tell it quite quickly by the fact that the focus literally drops off almost immediately after my chin area, and you can definitely see it on the corset. I really like this image, very striking, I think. And just for comparison, if you like, this is on the 24 to 70, similar crop. You can notice how much more detail there is, but also I feel like it does lack something. Although this pose is great, I love it, I think it lacks something, and I didn't want to add any extra texture in Photoshop, so I wanted the lenses to do that. And these are on the Velvet 56, which I think is just ideal for this kind of shoot. I love the movement it gives around the edges, the softness it gives, and I love these images in 3. I'm going to put them all together so you can see what I mean, but I just love the way they look. I did invert one of the images. I think it was this one, the first one, just to give some nice balance. They look good on the Instagram. But yeah, tell me what you think. Which is your favourite lens? I did like the Obscura for its sort of ethereal look, but for me, this Velvet 56 really sold it to me. As ever, thank you so much for your support. It's been superb watching my channel grow. So thank you so much, firstly. And if you could possibly give this a like, maybe even a share if you feel inclined, but don't worry about it, and subscribe. And I'll see you all for the next one. You could hit the bell, but I'm here pretty much every week. So take care.